Alrighty, a quick tutorial on layouts, layout sheets, and why they're really important to organizing the project. On a layout sheet, you have your paper size. In this case, it's 24 by 36, and you have your drawings that you send to the layout. And for example, in this project, we have a site plan. If we double click on the site plan, it brings us to that, which is the plot plan set. One of the things I noticed on here was that we were missing some roadway information. So what we are going to do is turn that roadway information back on. And let's go to roadways, road. Where are you? Roads, just passed it. A little too quick there. Roads and sidewalks. Oh, that must have been streets. Let's go to streets then. Streets or driveways. Okay, here's a tip. We knew we had a driveway and curb cuts drawn in here, but we don't know where they went. So what we can do is we can go to the all on set, and we're going to get a bunch of stuff on here, and there it is. And we can click on that and see what layer that is. And we go to, let's see, line style should have the layer on there. It's on layer 25 roads. It is on roads. So we go back to the plot plan set. And we go to we go to roads. ROADS, there it is. And we click that on. Now we know that that's the layer that we want, and that's what we were missing. We were missing the curb cuts. The civil engineer will determine the radiuses on his drawing. For our purposes, we have the general layout of that. So now when we go to layout sheet, in this case it did not display. Okay, we can get it to display. That means that the layer set that was sent to this sheet does not have that on there in its default setting. So the easiest thing to do is just draw a line, find a reference point, draw a line like we did there, and you can delete the layout. You still have that point, that reference point there. We go back to our sheet here. We say send a layout, file, send a layout, and we send it to at the correct scale. 1 inch equals 20. I believe that was our scale. Yeah, let's see if that's right. Yeah, that's what it says. That's probably too big. What do we have it at? We say 1 inch equals 20. I think we did. Let's take a look. 30 is what we used. Okay, so really nice tool. Yeah, that's pretty big. And that's way to use this tool to get us to where we want to be. Click on that. Click on our scale tool. 1 inch equals 30. Tab. Okay. I didn't know that you could do that. Look at that. Change that to a curve, and we'll just change it back. Bizarre. All right. Now we can just do a point-to-point move from our north arrow. There's a lot of information here, so we go point to point. We targeted that point. Scroll out. And scooch over to our, a little too far out. Scooch over to our point. As soon as we get a little point symbol, we're good. Let's scroll in. See if we got that point symbol. Yeah, no, we're just somewhere on the line. There, we got to see that little circle. We know that that's the point. So click on that. Now it should move it to where it was before. Delete that. Delete the reference line. It's the right scale. And now we don't want to display all of the site plan. We have some extraneous information from the other lots, and it's a rather large drawing, so Chief is having a little difficulty redoing it. Notice I have some other images that was sent to the layout sheet that we do it off the paper, and later on we can insert it, the stamp. We were going to try to put an elevation sheet on there, signature, drawing index. So that's for a little later on down the road. But what we want to do is we want to take this guy and just move it to there. Really, it's not that bad. Yeah. We don't need some of this extraneous information on the right-hand side, so we can just scooch this to somewhere over here. We do need some of that information with regards to our pervious impervious note, which we have here, right there. So that stays. So there's our site plan. Now we have the curb cuts indicated again. I see why I turned it off, because for 3D purposes we drew in this road. So we already, that's what confuses the issue. So let's get rid of this 3D road. We're going to take it out. We've already saved it in a 3D drawing. We can bring it back in if we definitely want to do a three-dimensional drawing. Let's get rid of that road like that. And now that's more of what that really looks like on the layout sheet. So that's the site plan. Next page. This is why this is important, is we can take that same drawing, and we have all sorts of information from that one plan file that gets located onto the layout sheet. We've got schedules, we've got the second floor at a different scale, we have the foundation plan, and it all derives from the same architectural floor plan. We have wall elevations of the break room, the toilet room, the schedules. And what's nice is the cabinet schedules, the door schedules are dynamic, so they do change. This does not look like the latest break room. Let's double click on that and see what's the story here. And when we start one drawing in X9, yeah, that is not the latest break room. We've been dinking around with it, so this is interesting. We're going to have to change. That means we did it on the X9. We've corrupted the X9 with X10. All right. We have to change. All right, we've opened up the X10 file, X10 Round Lake, and it is not on our X10 plan. So again, we're going to have to transfer that there. So this is not the right layout. So these are these are Round Lake. This is from X9. Now sitting on X10. So what we got to do is we got to do our little line. You know, delete these and bring up our X10. So let's just do one, and we can keep rolling with that. All right, let's open this up. That's our default set. Now it kept. We've got dimensions. I want to clean these up if we can. We can turn off our electrical. Don't need that. We got to clean these up so that they line up nicely, etc. Just grab these and slide them into place so that they're nice. I think we talked about these are the wrong size. So we can go in our preferences. Yeah, these are too wimpy. Go to our default settings, callouts. Call out, edit. These are 1/4" scale. Call out details. No, these are 1/8" scale on this floor. Edit. Okay. Let's not worry about that because that's not our door callouts. Those are not our door callouts. Let's leave that alone. Cancel. Okay, just a quick follow-up. Foundation plan. This is a little... Should really just start out in the same version, so you don't have to deal with this pain in the butt thing. But let's say we started everything out in the same version. The foundation plan gets sent to the layout, and it occurs there. And we can use a little line and point to point to line things up. These are not lining up. They should. So we can, interesting. Let's not worry about it. That's getting a little too, let's not worry about it. But typically we will try to line them up. But the main point we had here was the importance of using the layout sheets. You can send things at a different scale. This is a 1/4" scale. When you go to the layout sheet, that's the second floor. Click on that, click on the scale, and you notice that's a 1/4" because it's got a lot more detail in the first floor, which doesn't have a whole lot. When you click on that, that's at 1/8 inch. And you have the first floor you set with 1/4" defaults. When you're working with it at 1/8" defaults, when you're working with it, second floor we set to 1/4" defaults, so that you have more information on it. And again, it's just blowing up to, because it's an old version. It's a switch version. It keeps bringing up the second floor, which is not the latest and greatest. But that is the layout stuff.